Yo, good afternoon. A special Sunday afternoon podcast to talk about some happenings with the Vikings. What the big news is that we have traded for Yannick, and I am not going to try to pronounce his last name. He comes to us from Jacksonville, very unhappy at Jacksonville, and wanted to move on. Now, the issue here is he was set to make $17 million at Jacksonville on a franchise tag, but he did not choose to go that route, and he was willing to take less money with the Vikings to move away from Jacksonville. Now, is that because of Jacksonville, because of maybe the coaching, the head coach specifically? I know that some players didn't enjoy playing for, is it Marone or Maroney? Was that the issue? But he comes to us with a big price tag. We do lose a second round pick next year and a possible fourth or maybe even third, depending on what happens with performance. If he makes the Pro Bowl, if we win the Super Bowl, then it could be a like a third round pick instead of a fourth. So we gave up some stuff, but I guess this guy's an animal. I've never really seen him play, to be honest, so I can't even comment. I know he's only 25, so he's relatively young. It appears that he's going to play the right defensive end, Daniil on the left defensive end. I guess Adenabo, is this a slap in the face to Adenabo, who thought he was going to be a starter there, and now he's pushed to second team, and maybe you bring in Adenabo on third down. You have this Yannick, you have Daniil, and you have Adenabo on rushing the passer, and maybe that's as good as we can do. Everyone's saying that now we become an elite defense, so I don't know how elite that we were going to be, but time will tell. He hasn't officially signed. I guess he has to pass a physical. That might not be an issue, but it might. We've lost some. We had one trade that with the Raiders where the guy he couldn't pass the physical, so he never became a Viking. So I guess let's welcome Yannick. Let's assume it's all going to go through, and then how do we afford him? Who goes? Do we let go of Reef, who's making $11 million this year, and give that money to Yannick, and put Cleveland, the rookie, on the left side, and see how that goes? I don't know. Time will tell. But all good. It sounds like it's a good move. Certainly, you got to have edge rushers that can play on both sides. And this Yannick seems like he was actually ranked, or he did something that put him behind Donald and the rusher Von Miller. He was like third on some stat that I can't remember what it was. So he's up there. But again, I don't ever remember seeing him play, or I never watched a game where he was playing. So I can't even comment on how good I think he is. So let's wait and see. And next, let's go to Rumorville, it appears that DC, Delvin Cook, and Danica are still going strong. Nothing new to report, but she's done with Aaron Rodgers. She's done with quarterbacks. Now she's going to attempt running backs, see how that goes. She herself has had a few failed relationships, so she's no angel, evidently. But let's wish him both good luck. Speaking of Rodgers, it appears that there was a little bump in the road with his relationship with the legendary podcaster Jade. They were seen fighting and yelling, but now things have are back on the right track. Looking really good. I guess he was in town this weekend to see her, and he's back with the Packers getting ready for the Vikings. So it's all good in the hood. And my last podcast, I had a report that the legendary beat writer Courtney Cronin was electrocuted in a tanning booth accident, but that wasn't right. That wasn't correct. I guess what she's doing is she's going after a new look. She wants to get darker, and she's kind of leaning. She's this whole justice reform. This Black Lives Matter. She's pushing that movement in her own way with a new look, and I appreciate her for doing that. And on top of that, I heard that she went out to Africa and spent time learning how to do some African dancing. And I think I have a clip on that. Let's see if we can bring that up. Yeah, there you go. See? She's working on some new moves, and if you don't like that, you're not human. Okay? You see that? Okay? So, I appreciate what you're doing, Courtney. Love you. Keep it up. We like the vibe. So, getting back to our Vikings, they had practice today. I haven't seen any highlights of it, but it was at US Bank Stadium again, I believe. I saw Coach Zimmer's news conference. He likes where we are. He couldn't comment on Yannick because he hasn't signed yet, but I think he's feeling good about that. He's feeling good about cornerbacks where we don't have to keep things really simple. We can do what we've done in the past as far as these elaborate calls. So that's good to know. Haven't heard much with the contract with DC, Dalvin Cook, but this Yannick's going to cause some issues if next year they have to put a franchise tag, and it's either Yannick or it's Dalvin Cook. So we shall see. It's everyone's walking a tight line. Everyone's walking a tight line, and but everyone's going to get paid. If Dalvin Cook doesn't sign a long-term contract this year, I firmly believe someone, if not the Vikings, will give him a long-term contract next year if he plays like he did last year, which he's certainly capable of doing. So just wanted to do this little special Sunday afternoon podcast. I want to welcome Yannick to the team. And as always, let's skol out. Skol. Skol.